Yo, is this thing on? Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy Rich right here, Southern Cali. The Outlaws are back. But then no, now you know. This is the best show on the blog. Guaranteed to be the best. Somehow, some new, some original, something to get you to break outside the box, restructure your mindset, reanalyze the norm because you think, implement, strategize, re-strategize, blueprint, put it all into effect, and keep progressing and moving forward in life, y'all. So, anyways, it's early in the morning. It's about daybreak, so hopefully everybody's having a great day, above beyond average, better than original, epic, outstanding, stupendous, blessed. Um, and I'm right here in my car outside of work. So I'm wishing y'all who do have a job of the best day possible, and keep up the good cheer, make it happen, and just know that you were meant for a time such as this. So even if you believe that your job is mediocre, even if you believe that you could be doing better, even if you believe whatever you might believe, just know that this current situation is your current position. And I believe that every position that we find ourselves in this life, that we need to put our best effort in that certain circumstance, a certain situation, while that season is at hand. And this is no different. I show up to work and I basically fucking put in all the effort, all the energy. Oh, you see that right there? Fucking cutie pie across the street, man. They're like two cutie pies across the street that I'll be like checking out all the fucking time. But I'm also scoping out that position over there. It's another job opportunity, and I don't want to fuck anything up. I don't want to fuck anything up. I don't hit up the girls here at work either because I don't want to fuck anything up, to be honest with you. It's like, do you want to get some pussy, or do you want to progress in life? I think that's what it really comes down to. Do you want to get pussy, or do you want to progress in life? And so my fucking goddamn, she got that booty. Oh my god. Oh my god. But okay, so for a while I was homeless. And I traveled the streets of LA, and I could have done these videos progressively as I was leveling up for the last 2 years. And there was a time period where I was just wandering the streets with nowhere to actually settle or settle down. And what I did was I just kept migrating like a traveling gypsy nomad until I found the most appropriate circumstances for me in the environment at hand. Because I got this theory that everything we need potentially for our existence we can find in our circumference and our environment, in one of the inner ripples, whether it be food, clothes, entertainment, friendship, love. You could literally put yourself strategically in the right environment, in the right position, in order to manifest more results quicker. So what I mean by that is that I could have stayed in my country town, and the circumstances out there and the opportunities out there and what the the life expectancy offers out there ain't much. So I had to strategically move myself into a better position to be able to open up the doorways of opportunity for my life. Now, in the beginning, for the first 2 fucking years, and it happened like this because I was too stubborn to call home to my parents and ask them for help. I was too stubborn to say, Dad, I fucked up. Mom, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, I never dropped a call for 2 years. I forgot how to cry. I forgot how to be lonely. I forgot how to be depressed. I forgot how to not believe in myself. I forgot how to have low self confidence. I forgot how to quit. I forgot what embarrassing feels like for the most part. I broke through the fucking shame barriers, and it completely remolded and reshaped my character, personality, and ethics from the inside out. Like my core was fucking rocked in that 2 period time that I was homeless on the streets. So then I was living at the beach, I was living in the ghettos, I was living in the hoods, I was living in the downtown high-rise areas. I was living in the Beverly Hills areas, the Hollywood areas. I was living the homie. So that my homie right there, and that's the guy that I was talking to you about. That we're planning to start a welding business, and we're actually going to incorporate a lot of it into this YouTube channel. We're going to film the whole process, the whole journey, and we're going to see where we end up as like a team and like two fucking retards who came up with this idea to progress in life. Because as we combine our skills in this area of expertise, we could fucking basically accomplish 90+% of any job out there when it comes to welding and fabrication. Whether it be custom fabrication or repairs. So then I got lucky because women, I'm going to say this in a humble note, and it's not 100%, but I tend to run into women who really do love me in the sense of they want to help me get better. So I have women come into my life to like help me figure out my situations, or just lend a helping hand when it came to friendship. I didn't have any women give me pussy though. Not when I was homeless and I was stinky, but they did come, bring me food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Gave me money, gave me weed, gave me clothes, friendships, talks, walks in the park. I mean, the amount of appreciation that I have and the amount of amazing that I see certain people is like beyond belief. Because imagine being a homeless bum with a beard, stinky, dirty clothes, ripped clothes, smelling like piss, balls, ass, and feet, haven't showered in who knows how long, who knows if you've brushed your teeth, all that shit, all that shit. And then imagine these females coming to you and treating you like a human being again, and giving you the opportunity to express yourself freely and have companionship in this cruel, dark, miserable world of LA. So I've ran into like demographics where I had to deal with certain types of trauma. And what I mean by that is not everybody wants to be nice to a fucking bum, and not everybody gives you the benefit of a doubt. Not everybody believes you're just in a bad position. A lot of people think you're a drug addict and shit. So, since that's what's going on, I ended up with like a lot of trauma. And the trauma came from humanity in general. The trauma came from humanity in general. And for a while, I thought that most people were evil. Then I ended up believing that there's a lot of amazing people in this world that still exist. Because as much as I ran into this demographic of people who basically it was the more negative feature of communications and basically like being in society together. There was also the other spectrum, which was the spectrum of some of the most beautiful personalities I have ever encountered here in this same city. And so I know just by my background experience that I'm in the right position to find the right people to do the right things, and I believe I'm in the right city. And I don't have access to everybody in all these circumstances, but I believe that reaching out through video is a great way to attract your soul tribe. Because really, what it's doing is basically just putting my personality out there, my thoughts, and then there's no cutting, there's no editing, there's no fucking there's no glitching in the speeches or whatever where the dialogue was chopped. There's no script. It's just me putting out a vlog, talking to y'all like human beings, giving you the insights on the things that I'm going to be approaching this year and the years to come. So right now I'm rolling into work, right? So I got to work, and this is formally how I'm able to maintain my current lifestyle. So in this life, you need to eat, you need to shower, you need to have a place to lay your head at night, you need to have a place to store your stuff. Yeah, you need to have a place to leave your stuff at night, right? You want to put it away, and you want it to be safe for whenever you get home from work. If you have any friends or relationship, you want to have a place that you can go and just kind of have privacy. There's a lot that your job provides you as a fundamental baseline of your life. And that's why your job is very important. Because without this job right here, I wouldn't be able to reach out to you, because I wouldn't be able to pay my bill for my phone. I wouldn't be sitting in my car right now because I wouldn't be able to afford it, in order to have a isolated, audio isolated type environment. So the external environment doesn't mess up the audio, because I don't got my microphones yet. And so anything that I do invest into this channel, or anything I do invest into my outside life opportunities, I get the funding through my position here at work. Do I believe in loans and doing all that other shit? I believe that there's a time and a place for everything, but in the beginning, my way, the way I'm kind of manufacturing my story is that I kind of want to be known as being that self-made man. So in the future, once I become successful and people hear of my story and my journey, or they're trying to find some type of inspiration or role model type of highlight reel of another individual who's done it and how they did it, and they want to study that individual and see if they could copy the route that they took. And some people take the route of like going to take bank loans and doing all this and getting all the funding, all the capital up front, and they do it relatively quick, and they go out and they flash and they talk about it, and that's one route. And then I've seen these stories of people who they called self-made men, and the story hits different. And these are people who basically struggled a little more and did things a little different, and took different types of implemented decisions in order to get and reach the same type of avenue, which is a successful business career. But they took a different avenue, and the stories were amazing. So if I dedicate myself to working and saving, I will be strategically good at maneuvering finances at a low scale and investing them in the right places at a low scale. I'll be really good at putting together a plan and incorporating it. I will be really good at a lot of different areas and aspects of the actual characteristics that a person has to attain in order to run a successful business that's expanded. So if you're going from zero, you've never done it before. Technically, you've never done the whole spectrum of putting a business together and running it and having formally people employed under you and all the paperwork and all the legalities and all the insurances and all the policies. You've never done this before. So would you rather do it at a small scale where every decision you make is a very vital, very important decision, but that decision doesn't move, alter, or change the dynamic of the company, and that one decision might not be worth $100 million, $100 million decision because you're running some successful shit. Okay, so if you're running a small company, that one decision might be a $200 decision, but it's still a very vital decision for the company. It's still $200 profit going into the company account. It's still $200 that's going to help you with payroll. It's still $200 that's going to help you to reinvest into anything you have going on at hand. That's still a very technically important decision to make. Yet, if you mess up this decision because you're barely starting, you're in the process of getting your feet wet in this brand new industry career field, right? If you mess up that one decision, you only lose $200 on the small scale, considering you lost $200 million on a large scale. Which would you rather practice on? Which would you rather get your experience on? It's the same decision, it's just on a different scale. So for me, in order to make less decisions on a higher scale, I believe that this is the best route to train myself in order to fully be capable and prepared to take that responsibility of running something fucking humongous and making it successful for year after year after year after year, and profitable year after year after year. And to do that, you have to have a certain type of personality on top of skill set, on top of nerves of steel, on top of big ass balls to make big ass moves. And for you to go out there and get a humongous loan, get approved, and start from scratch and not have all of these fundamentals instilled in you already, to me, on a personal note, that sounds like you fucking gambling. You gambling with your future. You gambling with that loan. And you got a humongous lump sum of money in your hands. And are you good at administering money? Are you able to see a big lump sum of money and not be tempted to splurge? And not be tempted to take a little bit off the top and go party and go on a vacation because you feel as if you earned it? What are you going to do when everything you've asked God for, the universe for, shows up in your reality? Are you going to be able to steward the position well? Are you going to be able to rise to the occasion? Or are you going to flop? So that's what I believe that work really begins to instill in us. One is showing up every day. Two is putting out your best performance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and these are all just little key implementations and strategies that we can do to prepare ourselves for future endeavors. So for everybody out there in the workforce, dreaming about better while still living it out, doing your best in your current position, I wish you the best. Have a wonderful day. I'm about to hit 20 minutes. I'm about to check into work. Sean, I'll catch y'all later.